gonna try and one take all of this. Just had something on my mind. Anyway, so when I was young, right, my parents, I'm not saying I was from the Bronx, but we didn't really have luxuries, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, we had food and all of that. We were not struggling. I'm from a privileged background, alhamdulillah. But we never really had extras. We didn't have money for extras. We just had enough to sort of get by. You get me? Anyway, so yeah, we had money to get by. You know what I mean? We couldn't go on excessive holidays, but we could afford the flipping day out every now and then. We had nice food on the table. We never had like a nice car. We always had Toyotas. Nothing wrong with Toyotas. They're good cars. They're reliable. We always had like them Auruses, and I was always obsessed with like German cars and supercars, like any kid is. I didn't even care about owning one, right? I just wanted to sit in one. All my childhood, I'd never sat in a nice car. All my school friends, they weren't really into cars. They were like, our dad's got a Mercedes, whatever. My mum's got a BMW. And I was like, bro, my dad's just got a Toyota, bro. And I'd do anything, more than the average person, I reckon. I would have done anything just to sit in a German car back in the day. It was just something with leather seats and, you know what I mean, nice interior, one of these big names, something with power. I'd never even been in a fast car, never even imagined what it's like. Until one day, it's my dad's friend's wedding, and I'm there, and I borrow my dad's phone. It's a little flip phone with a little square camera on it. It was shit, yeah. I borrow it, and I go outside because I'd seen some nice cars. Lamborghini Gallardo and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there must have been some G-Wagons, some Range Rovers, Q7s, you know what they used to hire out back in the day, in the early 2000s. So I was taking photos of these cars, and one of my dad's mates, he'd spotted me, and he comes up to me and says, oh, don't be shy, don't be shy. I was getting shy. I was like, bro, can you stop embarrassing me? Like, I just felt like scared, innit, because I saw these big cars. It was kind of intimidating. I'd never really been in anything that wasn't a Toyota. Anyway, I go up to them with my dad's mate, and he's showing me the cars. I'm sitting in Lamborghinis and all of that, and I'm trying to act like I'm calm about it, but inside I was buzzing. I was absolutely buzzing. It was my first time sitting in something that weren't really a Toyota, and it was the top of the range. It was like a Lamborghini, bro. And then we're walking, because there's loads of these cars, and there's a brand new M5 at the time. It was the newest M5, and the guy goes, do you want to, you know what I mean, do you want to take it for a spin? Obviously not me, I was a kid. I was like, do you want to experience the passenger seat? I was very excited, bro. I orgasmed. I was a kid though, innit, so I didn't even develop that much. I probably just let out some dust from my knob. But I was very excited, bro. So we go in this BMW M5. Bro, when I say he took me on a death trip, he took me on a side mission, bro. He was like, obviously it's an M5 and it was flicking it sideways, it was kicking out. I didn't have a clue about any of that or how these cars worked or nothing, bro. What's in my boots? Like, ask my coffees. I was in shock. My jaw was genuinely dropped, and I don't even remember feeling scared. I was just like, wow, I'm a petrol head, bro. You know, we all got something to waste our money on. Alcohol, some of you is drugs, some people just like traveling. This is when I clocked, yeah, bro, I need to get one of these. Oh, if you were there and you had such little experience, I never even sat in a normal BMW, like a diesel BM. I would have been excited over that, and they put me in Lamborghinis and an M5 all in one day. I was excited, bro. Come home, I'm telling my dad, and he goes, look, well, it's expensive to have these cars. They're luxuries, they're extra. And I understood, you know what I mean? I respected my parents' financial. They were quite smart with their money, you know what I mean? That's how we were getting through. That's why we were comfortable. He didn't want to buy these depreciating sport cars because we simply couldn't afford them, bro. And I understand. That's completely fine. I wasn't expecting him to pull out a M5 out of his arse. Oh, the potholes there are a bit mad, ain't they, bro? Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, fast forward a couple years. I'm 17. I can drive now. I've passed. I've mangled my first car. My second car is my sister's car, shared, bro, okay? I like the DSG fart. Yeah, anyway, yeah. So technically my first car in my head is my sister's car, a Toyota Yaris 1.3 automatic. It was amazing. Genuinely, I didn't appreciate it at the time. I don't remember the last time I went out for a drive with the intention to drive. You could say this right now, but bro, if there wasn't a camera on my head, I wouldn't be doing this. Whereas back in the day, it was completely different. back when I didn't have a sports car. You know what I mean? I had a 1.3 Yaris, I had my Bluetooth dongle in it, the bass, well, I'm sure if you can relate, you can relate.
The Bluetooth device.
The bass was not amazing, bro. You know how it is with these dongles. The car didn't really work. I remember it was raining one day, my wipers didn't work. Me and my mate, my boy Rian, yeah, we were sticking our heads out of the window, like trying to drive, and I was newly passed as well, and I hit a curb, and it didn't knock out track and tyre, it was fine, everything was fine. But I just remember being stressed because it was my sister's car. The Bluetooth dongle was lagging, so we could just hear like them TV noises, static noises, that's the one. The wipers weren't working, couldn't see a thing, it was just like we were looking at an aquarium. We were probably gonna die. And honestly, bro, I would do anything to go back to those times. I loved it. I miss driving dingers, bro. Like, I miss, like I still drive dingers now, don't get me wrong. I've got a Mazda at home. The problem is I have the option of driving a fast car now. You know what I mean? It's not the same, whereas before, I was stuck with a slow car. And back then, I did used to moan and complain, like, oh, when am I going to get a Golf R? I want a Golf R, I want a S3 and all of these cars. Alhamdulillah, now I've had all of these cars. We've driven RS3s, A45, we've driven them all. We've even owned some of them, yeah. And I've owned a lot of cars since that Yaris. I've lost count, but it's a lot, bro. I keep all my logbooks and the stack is about this big. I don't remember being as happy in any of these cars than I was in that Yaris, bro. You know when it's your first car, or it's not even first, are they alright? They're having their stress, bro. That contradicts what I'm saying. They got L plates, that's probably their first car, and they're sat on the road crying about something. Anyway, when I had slow cars, because I had a couple after the Yaris as well, I had an A3, that doesn't count, that's a German, in my books that doesn't count. It weren't fast, but it's still a nice car, innit? When I had these cars, I was like, I really want a fast car, I'm sick of these. I didn't realise at the time that the driving I was doing in that car was some of the best memories I'm ever going to have. Driving a slow car fast genuinely gives you a lot more of a buzz than driving a fast car fast. And I don't know, I feel like you have to like sort of be there to understand. Yeah, man, twat, I just braked in the middle of the road for no reason, so I might as well just go this way. Having a slow car and driving it fast gives you a different sort of buzz. You know when you're in a Yaris, you're doing the back roads, you don't know if you're gonna make it, your brakes are just not holding up because the car's designed to do 60 max, bro. The car's barely touching 90 and it's screaming. You can smell petrol coming through the vents. The car's farted, yeah. You're holding on for dear life, steering, understeering like mad. You've got your Yaris leaning. The Bluetooth, you know what I mean, is going fucking crazy. The car's vibrating. You're gonna die. It's a genuine death trap, and something about that just gives me so much adrenaline. I used to genuinely smile when I was driving that car, and there was nothing special about it. It was a Yaris 1.3. The memories I had in that car, in a slow car with like 60 horsepower, don't even compare to anything I've had in a Golf R or a Scirocco R, which I'm in right now. And that's because partly because I've grown up, I reckon. Because back then I did used to just go out for a drive. Used to text my boy, yo, let's go out for a drive. Even that I had, like, my mate had a Mark 5 GTI. That was like the first sport car that we had in our little group. And it just wasn't the same, do you know what I mean? It was too quick. Like, don't get me wrong, it's great having a quick car. But, you know what I mean? With no struggle, there's no progression. They don't pull out on me, right? Making me go over the pole and that. Those cars were nostalgic. They were cheap to repair as well. You whack it one day, you're back on the road the next. This one needs tracking, look at it. When I was young, right, I would do anything to get in a Golf R and an S3. I would beg for it, bro. I'd pay big money to be able to get insured on one. Now that I've actually done it and I'm older and I can afford these cars and it's just not that special anymore, I don't really care. Which is crazy to me because a young Gramps would have slapped myself for saying that. A fast car, how can I not care? I know they're not Lamborghinis, they're not Ferraris, but they're fast cars. We're not in slow cars anymore, you get me? We're not in that band anymore, we've grown up. It's just not, it's nothing how I thought it would be like, that's what I'm trying to say. I thought I'd have a fast car, all my depression, all my problems, they would just go and I'd be happy. And I'd go out every day and I'd rag the fuck out of the thing. I'm gonna show you a prime example. If I had a Yaris here, I would put my foot to the floor now and then I would oversteer there. It'd be squealing, the tyres would be squealing. I know that car in and out, bro. I drove that for a long time and I drove it to the max. I know exactly how that car behaves. You can put 75% of its potential and you're struggling to keep control. You do 60 in there, it feels like you're doing 200, genuinely. Now I'm going to show you the problem with this. The speed limit here is 60 and there's going to be no drama. I'm going to put my foot down, I'm going to downshift twice, put it in gear 3, to gear 3. I'm going to put my foot down now, there's going to be no drama. I'm doing virtually nothing, bro. Like, you can drive this with no hands, it don't make a difference. But you know what I mean? It's too fast for any... It just isn't the same. It's a different kind of buzz. Don't get me wrong, I do prefer pulling up in a Scirocco R than a fucking Yaris, but... Then 60, that's all I can do. I can't go any faster than that or it's illegal, bro. I love it, I love the sound. I love having a fast car. Really, I do, genuinely. But I just feel like my passion isn't as strong as when I had that Yaris. That 1.3 Yaris when I was just ragging it in drive-throughs. Like, at least with the Yaris here, I'd be like... You know what I mean? I'd be struggling. This one, I know I'm going to be fine because... Like, the brakes are more than capable. You put in the car wherever you want and it just goes there. It doesn't even fight back. You know what I mean? The Yaris was like, no. Oh, God. And that's a problem as well. You got low profile tyres on it. The Yaris was like, no, I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? You have to fight the car. It's like fighting a buck-toothed tiger, bro. This, I can virtually, like, I can steer anywhere. And it just goes. It's so responsive. To the point where it's so boring. It's like that nerd in school. Where he just knows everything. He just kills it, bro. If you know what I mean. And the motive behind this video, the inspiration even, them boys recognise me. Ford ST as well. The inspiration behind this video, I'll never go down here. My boy recently passed his driving test. He's 22. He got his first car, a Nissan, you know, Nissan Note, the new version. I don't know what it's called, if it's still called the Note. He's got one of them. Then he goes, oh, bro, this car's wank. Like, slow. I know you lot prefer your Golfs and your S3s and all of that. And I just thought, bro, you like, genuinely, that's not how we feel at all. If you think that's how we feel, we do not. I miss slow cars. I miss driving around in something like that in front of me. That was a mission, bro. Back then, everyone would be free all the time as well. Everyone had free time. You'd be 6 man deep in a 5-seater Toyota Yaris. Another guy in the boot. It would be a vibe, bro. I've even got videos of my mate's Yaris. He's still in that position. He's still on his first car. It's a vibe, and we're always laughing, we're always smiling. We're always up to no good in that little box, bro. You can pick it up for 800 quid. You know what I mean? The maintenance I did this month on this car, I could have literally got that gold mine. Would I get one? 100%. I've always got a dinger anyway, but I just like to keep them on the side. I don't really know why. I just got ADHD in it. I just see a good deal and I buy the thing. I don't know why. I don't know if I'd go back to driving one full time. I just don't think I can anymore. The reliability is a problem. Even though if you get an engine management like one of them, you virtually have to do nothing. You'd be fine. Like, you'd just be fine. That's how old cars are, bro. I do prefer having this on a day-to-day. This is more convenient. But when it comes to my actual car passion, that just isn't as fun as it was in a Yaris, man. You might just call me weird, innit? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to post this, innit? I just wanted to speak. But all I'm saying is I've used, like, 30 miles of fuel. I ain't driven 30 miles. Yaris isn't like that, man. And I miss those days. I miss cheap thrills. These cars, they don't stay in the speed limit. Yaris struggles to go over it. These just want to take off. I'm all for it. I love it, but... That's what I was saying at the start. I ain't done this in ages, man. I don't know. Like, that's cool and all that, that's fun, but only when you come out of the Yaris and step into it. When you like this, I do this day in, day out now. it's just what I do now. I just drive this car. I know the power's there, I know how to handle it, and it isn't as fun as having a slow car. Let me know what you think. You might just think I'm a spastic.